Hey family, it's your girl Kendra J, the melanated motivator. So today is Wednesday, the 19th, 2020 Chronicles. So basically I was trying to wait and drop an episode on Sunday. But I am so excited that I decided to go ahead and drop something for y'all today. Something that I have been thinking about that I think probably we all can relate to. Are you happy or are you just comfortable? Either way, get out of your comfort zone. I'm tired of being comfortable. I don't want to be comfortable. I want to do more. I want to evolve. I want to work for myself. Do you know I work a job that pays just enough to stop me from quitting? And I do my job just well enough to keep from getting fired. Isn't that interesting? What am I doing? That's the question. What are you doing every day to make yourself more happy and less comfortable? But that sounds crazy though, right? Don't you want to be comfortable and happy? No. Because in order to have happiness, you got to do some uncomfortable shit to get there. Disclaimer. I might curse. I might get excited. I might say some crazy off the wall stuff. But remember, this podcast is about raw, authentic content. This is the opportunity for me to get to know you and you to get to know me. And the best way for me to do this is to just what? Be me. So y'all be you. Y'all be you. That's funny. So, what am I? Miserable as hell, right? Right. Why? Because that's not what I want to do. That's not what I'm happy with. But at the same time, I'm comfortable. And sometimes striving for more is uncomfortable. So most times we as humans, we as people, we don't strive for more. Because we don't like being uncomfortable. It's not a state of being that we just jump up and be like, oh, yes, let's be uncomfortable today. Like, who does that? Nobody. Funny thing is, though, I realized that if you want to get something different, you have to try something different. So, me staying at my job, not really searching and looking for, things that I really want to do or I want to pursue is not me trying something different. It's me being stuck. Great things never came from comfort zones. I want y'all to remember that. I'm going to repeat that. Great things never came from comfort zones. So take a moment to kind of think and reflect and be like, damn, what's some great things? So as your mind wanders and you think about great things that you've seen happen, whether it be with yourself or someone else, and you marinate on whether or not they appear comfortable. Hell, were you comfortable? Probably not. I can't think of nobody who really strived to be involved in something or create something that made them happy and they looked comfortable while doing it. That's hard work. Very hard work. It's crazy because most times we don't understand why we go through things that we go through, why it can't be easier. But that's because life is not meant to be easy. If it was, I know for a fact, at the blink of an eye, your girl will have millions. Easily. See, that's that word again. Easy. It's not meant to be that way. We need to start embracing the fact that the Most High God called us to, carry what he knew was not more than we could handle. Didn't he say he wouldn't put more on us than we could bear? I believe that. I truly do believe that. The better question is, why not you? Who's better than you? Who's better than you to weather the storm? You strong. You got this. We have to take it easy on ourselves and give ourselves more credit than what we do. We don't really say, hey, girl, boy, man, you did that. That was fire. You did that. No, instead we ridicule ourselves and we don't really appreciate what we doing. Life is about put out. You get what you put out. And that's period. So, we have to realize that it's hard, yes, but it's possible. Life is hard, but success in life is possible. Sometimes you need a reminder that there's greatness in you. And this is your reminder. I challenge you to invest in you, because if you don't, clearly who else will? We have to get in tune with accepting the overflow calling on our lives. Abundance of overflow is what we need to accept. Because, baby, being at the top is calling my name. Because the bottom is overcrowded, okay? That's not a good look for me. So make sure that you own that it's not a good look for you either. On this road to success, we already said that we have to be uncomfortable. And within that process, you have to provide more service than what you're getting paid for. What I mean by that is never lend out more than what you can afford to lose. Put in work. You got to be hungry to get what you want. But with being hungry, there comes sacrifice. Anybody that's hungry and got the capability to push and get uncomfortable for what they want is unstoppable. Be unstoppable. And when things go wrong, don't go with them. Everything's not going to be perfect. But just because something happened, don't mean you should follow too. For example, let's say you're trying to buy a house, but you really don't know too many people, and somebody put you on with another person who just got this loan, and they like, yeah, you gonna get the loan, you gonna get the house, everything gonna work out, and bam, you don't get the loan. Or let's say you trying to get this new car. Everything's situated. You've been working on your credit. You got the funds. You make the money. But then you go to the car dealership and bam, your credit is not up to their standards. Ain't that some shit? Someone turns against you, or you get ripped off. You get played. It's going to happen. Why? Because it's a part of life. You might fall down, but to live is getting back up. Don't stay stagnant. Take ownership for your life. You want to give yourself the permission to strive for the top. I've already told you the bottom is crowded. That's not your spot. Take ownership. Change is the key. Again, change is the key. In order to change, you got to be uncomfortable. Nobody's changing and being comfortable about it. It's not an exciting thing. The end result is very exciting. But you got to weather the storm. Don't just live. Be alive. It's kind of like an onion. You know, like you peel all these layers back of life, one layer at a time. You peeling and all these things are happening. But don't change courses just because you cry. Something's going to be sour. Something's going to be sweet. This is life. Obstacles, barriers, roadblocks are all a part of life. But you got to believe that this too shall pass. I personally believe that. I live by that. I strive to be a very faithful person in my spirituality and knowing that there's nothing that I can't get through, especially with God. So for me, it's a very learning moment. And I appreciate, let's go there. I appreciate the obstacles, the barriers, the roadblocks. And the reason being is because I have to sit back and be like, dang, God knew I needed that moment to be stopped. Because sometimes I do too much. I'm sure some of y'all can relate to that. We do too much. And we don't know how to stop ourselves. So sometimes those situations become necessary, temporary moments to hold us back until it's our time. So I've learned to be grateful for the stall. Be grateful for the moment to revamp yourself, to accept that happiness and then strive for it again. The moment to appreciate what I do have and reflect on what I want. Ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with saying, okay, I'm grateful for this, but I would love to get that. We have to appreciate where we are so that we can be ready for where we going or what we gonna get. If nobody has ever told you all this before, I'm gonna tell you. You are going to fail your way to success. You're probably like, Kendra, what the hell are you talking about? Exactly what I said. You're going to fail your way to success. And there's nothing wrong with that. To properly evolve, you have to go through some stuff, right? How do you learn? By continuing to experience. And sometimes that stuff don't really go the right way. So it fails. But that doesn't stop the fact that you're on your way to success. When you keep doing it and keep going, you get what you want. Eventually. You just gotta weather the storm. Expect to reach your goal because your time will come. Prepare yourself now. Throughout failing, you can, say, okay, this is what I did wrong. This is what I need to change. This is what I need to do. Trial and error, baby. Trial and error. That is like my go-to. If something don't go right at first, it's like, okay, it's trial and error. I was just practicing at this point. Hell, it is what it is. Sometimes, though, with that trial and error, we let it affect us to the point where we can't really pull ourselves out of stuff. And that right there is probably the most concerning thing. Because if we can't pull ourselves out of it, then we're going to have a hard time going through those moments of failure. And with that, I've come to realize not to let earthly circumstances disable me spiritually. And what I'm saying is, don't let loss, disappointment, betrayal, fear take away your drive and faith to better yourself. Again, don't let earthly circumstances disable your capability of believing in you and manifesting who you want to be. Walk in your now. Be the person that you want to be. Dress like that person. Talk like that person. Read what that person reads. Be around the people who give you the ambition to strive to be that person. We got to get in tune. That's like reflecting on the person you will become in 5 years. That person is based on the ways and the people you allow in your life to fill your time today. What you feed your mind will shape your future. Whether it's negative or positive, it is a fact. It will affect you. Period. There's no way around it. What you apply to today will show up in your future. I'm willing to bet that. That's a fact. Get uncomfortable and take out the trash. Keep the company you aspire to become. Read the books you want to improve your mind with. Eat for health. Health is wealth. I got to work on that. Extremely an issue for me. I love food, but that's a problem for me, for my personal goals. I want to gain more better health. Be wealthy in my health. So me and my relationship with food has to be broken. I got to get uncomfortable to do that. You know what they say when you're in a relationship and you are happy and stuff, you start gaining weight. Okay. Now you unhappy. You unhappy because you got comfortable. You walking past the mirror, you like, damn, when in that, I didn't notice that one come. Because you done got comfortable. It's okay to be happy. But I'd rather get uncomfortable again. I got to. Another thing that kind of keeps us from striving towards, that happiness is sadness. Sadness makes you weak. I'm sorry, but it does. I'm not saying not to grieve, not to, go through your emotions. That is a great release. But after you do that, let the past be the past and get over it. It's time. You are comfortable with being comfortable. That's a no. Get uncomfortable. If you didn't learn nothing from me today, get uncomfortable. We have to commit to feeding our minds with success and believing that it'll eventually become that. Because it will. I believe it will. Put in the work. Remember, you get what you put out. Discipline is uncomfortable, but it shows great results. When you're a disciplined person, man, I done seen some people be super disciplined. And I'm like, damn, everything they doing is a no for me. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. The biggest uncomfortable thing that I've ever witnessed somebody do is meal prep. Like, that shit is insanity. They be getting up at all types of hours of the day, setting up food for weeks. So I'm eating what? No. My mind be like, girl, now you know we not eating that. But my body be like, girl, you know you need to be eating that. And then I just be in the middle like, well, both of y'all right, but I don't want to do that. I need some discipline. You need some discipline. We need some discipline. Let's get uncomfortable together. Let's do it so we can show some results. Our future selves is begging us to do it. I know mine is. Sometimes my homegirl, Petty Betty, she like to come and sit on my shoulder and talk crazy and be like, girl, bye, you don't need to do that. But then, you know, my subconscious be like, why is you listening to her? You know she's slow. And I be like, yeah, you right. She, you know, she didn't have no home training like I did. So I have to, you know, keep her in the bag sometimes. But then I think like, girl, you don't want to be like the rest of them people. Them people who just settling. Them people who lazy. Them people who comfortable. You don't want to be like them. It makes me think back to my childhood with my stepfather. He used to always tell me, never say you can't. Because I used to be like, oh, I can't do that. Or this too hard. I can't do it. I don't want to do it. I can't. It got to the point where he was like, I don't never want to hear you say I can't again. And I was like, what do you mean? I'm just telling you I can't. Like, stop trying to make me do this. And I can't do it. He was like, you can though. Can't should never be a part of your vocabulary, period. Ever. Never. Never say I can't. Because you can. Let's repeat this together, y'all. There's nothing I cannot be. Again, there's nothing I cannot be. Nothing I cannot do. And nothing I cannot have. Period. Believe it. It's yours for the taking. Put it in the universe so you can get it. Because you get what you put out. You just got to believe it. I'm starting to understand that progress equals happiness. In order to make progress, you have to be disciplined, which we already stated was uncomfortable. And I choose me. It's you. Choose you. Let's do this. Let's set goals, whether they're small or large. I'd rather you to set small. Don't overwhelm yourself. And remember, you choosing to be happy instead of comfortable. So let's get it and tap in. Thanks y'all for listening and coming to vibe with me. this couch talk is real. It's something that we all can relate to. It's something that we all can benefit from. So I really, really, really look forward to continuing this journey with you all. I'll have some more great content to talk about. Eventually, I'll be figuring out how to add people on to talk live. But for now, this is what you get, and I hope you enjoy. And remember, be in the now, because everything else is last week's problem. Bye.